All right, everybody, welcome back for the final time this season and for the final time to PSGL F4. Since we had so much fun last week, I am joined in the booth again by JP. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Yeah, good evening, Matt. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm quite excited for this one for a couple of reasons. A, because the track itself just lends itself to some exciting racing, and not only that, we've got this incredible championship situation where as many as six drivers can win the F4 title tonight. That's quite an incredible situation we find ourselves in. So yeah, I'm quite excited about this one.
And Brazil is always a track where you think of, in real life, past season finales that included a championship decider as well. So,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
been some good championship deciders in real life F1. 2008 saw Lewis Hamilton win in dramatic style, and the very next year, Jenson Button winning the title. And then obviously had another dramatic race in 2012 with Vettel won the title. So yeah, some great tracks, great championship deciders. Oh
Ooh.
my God, look at that rain!
Oh. Are we at the track or at the rainforest?
Well, I mean that's the thing about the track. It does. I mean, like the game represents real life because it often rains in Brazil, and there's have some great races over the years.
Oh, for sure. But, it is only qualifying, so maybe we'll get a different story in the race. But
Yeah,
alluding to what you were saying about six different drivers could win the championship, I got the point standings here. Going into the race, Froome currently leads by 5 points over TB. Froome has 67, TB 62. Corboy has 61. Three Gloves has 59. Suarez has 54, and Sandre has 53. And they are the only drivers that could possibly win the title tonight. So,
yeah. Just a couple of things about that, Matt. I mean, two things I just noticed looking at the lead tape. It's difference between sixth and seventh place. Sixth place is Sanjay, or Z3, also known him as 53 points, and then the next person underneath him is on 29. That's an incredible points difference. But the other thing I was going to say is Z3 on 53 points and Suarez on 54. They have got a massive uphill battle if they want to win a championship tonight. They're going to need a miracle, I think. We call it a six-way title fight, but realistically, it's only going to be a four-way, I think.
yeah. Some people just need a lot of things to go their way tonight.
Yeah. There's lots of permutations. I mean, the permutations of this championship is going to be endless. I think so. My quick maths is pretty good, so I'll try keeping an eye on the situation as it unfolds.
Sounds good. And there was a question in the chat that said, who won last week's race? And to answer that question, it was some noob rookie that is in F4 there by the name of AMS won last week. So,
Wow. The only thing I would say about that, Matt, is that a lot of people have been asking, we were speaking about Big C retiring during the season and before he eventually did retire. I mean, we talk about a guy who was in F1 for multiple seasons and now finds himself battling for race wins in F4. So, I mean, I think if anybody needs to retire, it should be him.
all jokes aside, though, AMS is a valued member of the community. Being the
Yeah.
FP admin for so long before stepping down this season. But
We
so
tolerate him.
yeah, we tolerate him. It's fun to poke fun at him too. But he is the first car out on the lap, so he's going through sector 2 right now. That rain's coming down pretty good. In condition. Oh, he spun. Oh, half spun.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Oh, sorry, Matt, to interrupt you. I'm thinking that this. Not many people have come out, so I'm reckoning it might dry up at some point during the qualifying session. I don't know, but that's something we look into. But if it doesn't, I mean, the qualifying, especially for the championship contenders, is going to be so important because that qualifying position could mean a lot. You don't want to be in the mid pack. You want to be up front and keep yourself out of trouble.
Oh, for sure. Clean air is your best friend, especially in the wet. If it's a wet race, if you're up front, you don't get the spray in your face. So
Yeah, and also the first sector very tight in the first, especially the turns 1, 2, and 3. And then straight taking down to turn 4, that can be tight there as well. So I mean, when they get through the first lap, they can think about strategy and things like that. But yeah, like I said, you want to be have a good qualifying result and be up front.
another key thing too is I don't think the quickest car is going to win tonight. It's going to be the car that gets the fewest penalties. So in
Yeah,
that,
well,
oh, go ahead.
gone. There you go.
I was going to say in that case, that's not looking good for Froome.
No, I was just going to say that. Yeah, the penalty king is flying frame, but so that's something he needs to keep an eye on. Unfortunately, a small turnout tonight. There's only 15 drivers on the grid. That's just a typical example of what happens when you get to this stage of the season. I'm sure, but I don't know what the conditions are going to be in the race. Yeah, don't need wet weather to make it even more exciting.
Oh, I remembered now. I was going to say, now that I see it's a dry start to the race, everyone will be starting on fresh tires too. So, with how Brazil is on tire wear, do the people up front start on mediums now, knowing that there's rain in the middle of the race? That's more of an obvious call now. You start on the mediums, get to the rain, then go to the inters.
Oh, I misread that. Dry, wet. Okay, Yeah, I'm following now. Yeah, yeah. So obviously, the strategy is going to be massively important. If you're someone like ZD3, who's obviously, like I said, he's 13 points behind the championship leader. I mean, you might be worth gambling, maybe pitting a lap early than what you should do and try and get that track position. But yeah, as a gamble, anyway, it's not one I would do. But I mean, there's nothing to lose for him, really. So,
Oh,
I mean, fortune favours the brave, as they say.
that is true. So let's see who we have on an actual lap, because there's a lot of people on in laps, and a lot of people on out laps. Some people on 4 laps.
Yeah, it's hard to say really who's on that actual lap.
Python. Oh no, he's on out lap. Never mind.
Amos has done 4 laps for some reason. I'm not sure what.
Well, he doesn't have to start on them, so.
Yeah, true.
Alright, so Three Gloves just started lap, so at least we know he's on a lap.
Like Fine Phone goes up to P8, so not obviously where he wants to be, but he improved nonetheless. I think the session will get quicker as it goes on. Yeah, so still 9 minutes pretty much to go still.
Yeah. No, rain's still coming out pretty good though, so I don't see a track drying out. But the times will get quicker with the session going longer, as usual. So maybe 18-7 for a pole. Say.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Suarez, as you see on our screen, has retired. So and he's one of the championship contenders. So yeah, he needs a miracle. As Cam Kamen goes pole, 18.6.9, so 18.7 pretty much, yeah.
Alright. Can I change my answer? Really good lap from Cam there. He's had a lot of bad luck this season, found himself at the back because of invalidations in qualifying and then broken wings on lap 1, so if he could start on pole, there's a good possibility he won't break his wing.
Yeah, like I said, it's safe to be at the front. Yeah, I would get better chance to keep myself out of danger. But if anybody watches the virtual Grand Prix, you saw Stoffel van Dorn put on pole last week, and he span off a start line. So it's not doesn't always work out. So, but yeah, I'm not expecting that kind of mistakes in the race. Yeah, good result for him so far. Still 7 minutes to go, so we see. Have to keep an eye on what the changes are.
Spinning off the start line, like a certain gentleman by the name of Louis Malam at Britain at one time. He was your teammate.
Oh yeah, you could forget that. Yeah,
Oh my god. I couldn't see much what was happening. I just saw one orange car pointing sideways, and we were all laughing in the party.
yeah. Almost crashed laughing. So yeah.
Sanjay just started a lap. Or actually, he's been going for a while, but he's coming up to Sector 2 now.
Yeah, currently P11. He will obviously be one of the higher than that, but still plenty of time to get 2-3 more laps in. It's a very short lap around Brazil. One of the, I think it's the second shortest track on Canada in terms of lap time. I think on Austria it's a shorter track. So yeah. So it doesn't take long to do a lap round there. Is the point I'm trying to get across there?
Yes, for sure. And even when it's wet, you're still getting, like hungry times, kind of.
Yeah.
And Sanjay fourth.
Yeah, that's a great place to be in.
For sure.
Obviously, when we pole is the best place to be in, but fourth's not bad.
It's funny, we got the 6 cars going for the championship. Right now in the top 5, you got the back end of the championship guys, and then 3 guys who aren't in the championship fight. Got Core Boys on the lap now. He's coming through the windy section. Probably the trickiest section here when it's wet. That elevation changes with all the turns. Let's see. There's a yellow in Sector 2. I think it was just the Renault letting the Williams by. And to the line, Core Boy goes second. Right behind his teammate.
Yeah, I'm on the front row of the grid, so highest out of the championship contenders for the minute. Yeah, so Frome at the minute is in P10. He needs to be a lot higher than that. That is mid pack. Well, not in 15 car grid, but I mean, you know what I mean. He's kind of in the middle there. He's gonna need to keep himself out of trouble at the start, but hopefully he can get himself higher than the grid.
Yeah, he's in that danger zone, like you were saying. You don't want to put yourself at risk of anything happening because it's such a tight start here at Brazil. If someone like bounces off the wall, you got nowhere to go to avoid them because that is so tight on that pit straight there. And to the line he comes. What, a 19.5. Only improves to 9th.
No, so he's struggling here. I mean, he did a race in FP on Tuesday, and I can't remember what the qualifying was. I don't remember if it was dry or wet. I think it was dry. But anyway, in the race, he didn't do too well at all. So he's obviously not great going into the race where you want to win the championship. But yeah, hopefully we'll have a better result this time round.
Well, what may help him out right now is TB has retired, his closest championship competitor. So he will probably start 14th or 5th or 13th or 14th, depending if Python sets a lap and everybody else passes him.
Yeah, it's still coming down. The rain's still coming down pretty hard, so it looks like it's going to be a full wet quali. There's not going to be any gambling on in dry tyres. So yeah, this is it. As we haven't got a lot of time left to set laps. There's only about 3 minutes left. I mean, that could still probably get 2 laps in after that. But yeah, but obviously they won't be hanging around anymore. I think everyone's. I think Jack King in the Force India he needs to get out pretty quickly. As does
Pythons too.
Python.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Sandra.
the yellow flag in sector one. I think that's.
Just the Toro letting whoever the
Yeah,
Renault was.
the mini map was a bit there.
Oh, you have it on a mini map?
Well, it flags up the sector, but
Oh,
the way the mini map was like pointing didn't really make sense where it was doing what. But there you go.
yeah.
AMS goes up to third place, 118.7.
Uh-oh. Can AMS be spoiler and win again this week? Hello, Connor. As Three Gloves will be coming up to the line to do a 18.6, and that is pole by 8
Yeah,
thousandths.
so that's a great result for him so far. Still plenty of time left in the session. Another yellow flag. I think that's McLaren of
Panos.
of Panos has gone off.
Oh,
He,
and he's off
he
again.
flag everywhere now. Yeah. So three clubs in prime position limit. Corby in third place. But it's not really any next championship contenders. Z3 in P7. So it's quite strange how this turned out. But I mean, still, like I said, still plenty of time to for people to cross the line and put another quick lap in. So yeah, let's see what happens. Z3 is no, he's not.
Ooh.
Oh, AMS goes pole 118.6.
The top three are separated by 15 thousandths.
Yeah, it's incredibly competitive grid.
Hey, Game Freaker, how you doing? Game Freaker returning to the Formula Experience next week, which
I don't know why he's left it so late, but anyway. He's about to cross the line in front of Three Gloves, I think, so let's see where he puts it. But Three Gloves, a bit too far back to get any slipstream, I think, and he's binned it. I was not binned it, he's put it into the pit, so he's going to be starting from P5.
Pythons went 11th. And
Yeah, so that is the qualifying.
Cam goes third. My God. Second through like 6 is separated by 200ths. But after
Yeah, so a good qualifying session there, and not ideal for Rome, and certainly not ideal for Suarez, who starts last. Frame is in that mid pack at P9, so he's probably in a worse position because he's in the middle of the pack. But at least Flowers has got, he can just stay that for a couple of corners and see what happens, and not get involved in all the carnage that may ensue at the start of the race.
For sure. So after a wet qualifying in Brazil, we have Ross on pole, followed by the Ferrari boys, Corboy and Cam, who almost have identical lap times. Sundre in fourth, AMS in fifth, Three Gloves in sixth, and I ran out of time.
Sorry, that's why me took too long there.
It's alright. People on this stream could see who it was. And they're just laughing at me now. Hey, it's fun. Hey, it's dry like they said it would be to start. So, on races where it goes from dry to wet, it will tell you in the little box things how many boxes it will be before it gets there. And I don't know how many times I've been in a race where it says it's going to rain late, and then on a formation lap it starts raining. That'd be interesting to see here.
Yeah, that does happen. Now, I don't want to give a commentator's curse because if I did do that, it'd be the worst thing in the situation. But so I'm not going to say who I think is going to win the championship. But what I would say is, Frome does have the experience of winning the title on the last race of the season. Did that in season 20 in Malaysia, for if memory serves me.
Yep.
So yeah, he's got the experience, like I said, of having that pressure under him and delivering. But however, like I said, two things: he's starting from P9, which is not obviously ideal. But as I said earlier, had a race early in the week in NFP, which he actually retired from. So not good form going into tonight's race.
So everybody gets a start on fresh tires tonight, and we have Ross and Corboy starting on the mediums, Cam on the softs, Sandre on the mediums, AMS and Three Gloves on the softs, Roan Josh Frome on the mediums, Jack the only car electing to go with the hards. So maybe the rain's coming later than, or he thinks it's coming later than people think. Pythons and TB on mediums, Panos on softs, and Nano, Bacon, and Suarez on the mediums.
Yeah, so it's difficult to draw any conclusions from that, and quite a mixed tie choice there. You can't really tell if it's going to come early or late. We've got one, two, three, four drivers starting on the super softs, and then pretty much the rest of the grid except Jack starting on the mediums. If I was to guess, it'd probably come sort of mid race, but you never know.
Big Flames of Rain just never comes because, it's Codemasters.
Yeah. I mean, you get one of those situations where it rains, but it never rains hard enough to change change the wet tires. So I've not seen that in this game, but it's certainly happened in previous games. So yeah,
Oh, for sure. Even F4 has had a race where it started with rain at the start, and they were on dry tires for the whole time at Spa. So
yeah.
it happens.
But as I was saying, they're pretty much about to form up now, and they've got to get through this first lap unscathed, and then think about strategy and settling down for the race after lap one. So hopefully, all the championship contenders will make it through as the lights are about to come on.
Four. Like, and away they go, I guess. Never went to 5, and I didn't see any 5 lights. So looks like a good start from Ross as he'll hold off both Ferraris, as Cam will sneak up into second currently on the softer tire, which is no surprise there. And we got Sandre and AMS side by side as they head down to, I believe that would be turn 4. AMS locks up, and Sandre up in the 4th. Josh taking a peek on AMS right now. AMS going to defend it and head into the right-hander in front. Ross almost out to second lead already.
Yeah, that was a very good start, very clean. It looked cleaner than I thought it was going to be. As like we said in Italy last week, we thought it could be messy, but it never turned out to be that way. Z3 almost coming to the back of Cam K there, almost losing the front wing.
Oh, there's a crash. Nano Bacon and Jack.
Yeah, so TB, I don't know what's happened to him. He's in P13, and this happened to him, but there's a lot of carbon fibre on the exit of that corner there, so I don't know what's happened. But anyway, see if anyone pits. It doesn't look like it. So yeah, he's Corbo in the prime position at the minute. He's in second place. I'm not going to really go over the championship standings and up until we get to the last few laps of the race. I mean, we'll go from there. It's still a bit too early in the race to see who's going to be prime position in a minute. A lot can change, but obviously Corbo in good position at the minute. Frome's not really made any progress yet. It's still in P9. Suarez has a good start to the race. He's in P11, so he's made some ground. So all about settling down now and thinking about strategy and listening to Jeff or not, whatever your preference is.
I prefer not to, but yeah.
Yeah.
He's a crazy guy sometimes. But yeah, I think Frome's content right now just staying back there. It's a long race, and you still have to go through the rain portion of the race, so.
Well, he's got a 5-point lead It's Corby. Is it Corby? Yes, it is Corby, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's TV.
Oh, yeah,
He's
sorry.
behind him anyway. For the fastest lap, that could be vital come the end of the race. So I
For
have to keep an eye
sure.
on that as well.
It could be interesting, too, because going dry, wet, dry, the wet will wipe away the grip off the track, so they'll have to re-grip the track to get fastest lap at the end.
Yeah, definitely. So the top
Suarez
three seem to be pulling away at the minute, but Suarez has made some moves. He's gone up to P10.
and Panos followed him through.
Yeah, so he's about 3 seconds behind Frome now. Frome is in a bit of a battle. I mean, he's got he's got 3 gloves, I believe, and AMS, Josh, and Rowan all in front of him. So, I mean, like I say, he might just be content with what he's got at the minute. But hopefully, well, not hopefully for us, but hopefully for him, he might think, oh, one of these guys might get in contact with each other and just might pick the bones out of an incident between other drivers.
And sometimes that's the best way to go about racing. let other people clear the way for you.
Yeah.
Oh, Panos gets by Suarez, it looks like. Up to 10th.
Yeah. Yeah, Panos on those soft tyres, so he's on the faster tyre at the minute.
I would like to point out, during this week, the F4 admins interviewed all the drivers and their thoughts for the week, and Corboy said if it rained tonight, he was winning the race. So he's already second before the rain comes.
Well, it's not raining yet. I mean, to be honest, I was looking forward to a wet race, but it didn't necessarily mean I'll get a good result. But yeah, if you're more comfortable in those wet conditions, and obviously it's going to be an advantage for you. But I mean, he's. I mean, I haven't looked at the championship table yet, but yeah, I think he's probably in good positions to be winning the championship in a minute. But we're only in lap 5 out of 36, so still a long way to go.
Definitely. It's starting to get darker out there.
Yeah. Oh, I think Cam Kaman might be. No, he's fought better, but I thought he was doing for a move and Corboy, but stay behind him.
He might try it here, since this corner's a little easier to try to pass. But Corboy got a better exit. As the soft tires will start to fade now.
Yeah, that's something that happens around this track. The soft tyres don't last that long, so the guys who are on them are praying for that rain comes sooner rather than later.
Josh is right on the back of AMS, almost touching his gearbox.
I mean, one thing to speak about as well, about the drivers are not contesting the title tonight. They might want to get a good result. They want to win the race, like Ross is at the minute. So I was just reading something on the chat there. Because if they get a good result in this race, they might give us a bit of momentum going into the next season, which is going to be also the next game. But it just builds confidence.
Definitely.
And Edward, I didn't know that, by the way, but I was just trying to be more dramatic about it.
Yeah. It's like the softs will only last 2 laps today. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually on Thursday I took the mediums, I want to say like 24, 25 laps. So even the mediums could go a big chunk of the race, so you put less strain on the softs.
Yeah, I think it was the last game actually that the softs didn't really last that long. I can't remember now, but anyway, so the top 3 got a second and a half gap now to 73. So Zaytfi's kind of in some clear at the minute. He's not really been challenged by 3 gloves, although he is still in DRS range. But it's only a massive battle from 3 gloves down to Frome. That's the main battle on track at the minute.
Yeah. One long train.
Obviously, we get deeper into the session now. People are going to start gambling on strategy, but obviously the wet weather that's supposed to be incoming is going to play a pivotal role in this. The guys on soft tyres, I mean, if let's say the rain didn't come to lap, I don't know, 17, 18, are the soft tyres going to, are the guys on the softs going to need to pit before then? I don't know, but
It's raining.
I'm not seeing that on my screen.
I'm on board with Roan, and it's raining in Sector 2.
Let's have a look. Rain.
It's very, very
Oh,
slight.
yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it on the camera now, yeah. So that's great news for soft runners.
Yep. And another thing is, sometimes the track changes fast, sometimes it doesn't. So, a big difference in lap time for that one lap you get caught out too long, and one lap you do too early. So, you gotta nail it, and then go from there.
Yeah, I mean, I said there's good news for soft runners, which it is, but I mean, the soft runners have not really made any inroads into this race. They've got one in third place, then one in fifth and sixth, and one in 10th. So it's a bit mixed up, really. We're not really towards the front grid like it would be. But anyway, as you see this Titanic battle now, Frome has dropped off back a little bit. He's just got into the DRS range there, but the DRS could be disabled at any moment now.
Now, sorry to interrupt, but Corboy has gotten by Ross, and now Cam finally looks like he wants to race.
Oh yeah, I've just seen that. Yeah, as we see it, number 2 championship contenders, TB and Sproul is battling in the 11th and 12th, so it's obviously not where they want to be. But Corboy, yeah, he's obviously said he's comfortable in his wet conditions, and the DRS is not even been disabled yet, and he's taking the lead. So, and look at the gap he's pulled out already, a half second. I mean, it's closing in now, but that might be down to slipstream. So yeah, Corboy, and he's got a great drive out of that corner there.
There's some lag there.
Oh, someone's lagged out. Ross has lagged out. That's
convenient. And Rowan's out. VSC.
Oh my god. Python has just quit in lap 10. I can't believe ever since his safety car has come out, safety car update came out, we're having safety cars left, right, and centre, and guys retiring on lap 10. I don't understand the mentality of it, if I'm going to be honest. But that virtual safety car though has saved Ross a little bit because he lagged out. He might be able to join the safety cars ended now, but he didn't lose. He hasn't lost as much time as he could have done.
Yep.
And ZD3 is in third place now.
Yep, it's Ross will free fall.
I know that Rossi, but he left, so that's kind of his retiring, isn't it?
No, I said Ross. Our business is Ross.
No, I'm talking to Rossi in the chat. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing. ZD3 is and Free Gloves are closed in now on the top 2. I mean, Corboy has pulled out a second gap now. I haven't seen the DRS disabled sign come up yet. I don't know, but I mean he's pulled out that gap anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't out yet because Three Gloves just had DRS on Sandra.
Yeah. Enough yet to people to be thinking about pitting for intermediates. Flying Frame has gone to the pit, so as I just said that, he's actually pitting for another set of softs. That's
interesting.
What did he start? Did he start on mediums?
Yeah.
But he must have picked up damage end, I assume. Otherwise, I don't get that. Very confused, and he's in a whole lot of trouble at the minute. He's going to need a safety car by the looks of it.
It's F4. There will be.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. I can only assume he must have had a wing change, and that's why he's gone to soft tyres. I mean, I might have put on the intermediates, but I mean, I don't know. But I mean, yeah, interesting that one. He's 20 seconds behind. Well, 25. Well, about 20 over 20 seconds behind Jack. Who, I mean, Rossi's or Python is not actually racing, so
Yeah.
can't really count him. Interesting now. Corbett's lost a little bit of time. He's lost. His quick seems to be quick in sectors 1 and 3, but it struggles a little bit in sector 2 by the looks of it. KM has closed in a little bit. Interesting to see if there be any team orders, whether he'll try and go for the lead or just be content with holding ZD3 up.
I don't know. Could be interesting. Because, as I don't know. I don't know where I was going with it, as usual.
So it's a bit of a 6-car battle. Ross has got back into his car. He's right in the back of AMS now. So top 6, I'm separated by. Let me see.
Looks like about 4 seconds.
I'm trying to find out where it says that.
Where it says interval or gap interval, just put leader.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only about 3.7 seconds behind, so yeah. Aaron, I'm not. I was going to go through that at the towards the end of the race, but I think at a minute, just going to quick look. I think Corboy will be winning in a minute.
Yeah, Corboy.
I'm gonna go over that into like the last few laps, because I don't want to say, oh, this guy's winning the title at the minute, and then the next lap he crashes out. So yeah, I don't want to be saying things like that.
Upside down in flames.
Yeah. So it's, like I said earlier, there's this situation now where the rain's been coming down for about 2-3 laps now. But
Oh, that is an illegal pit entry by Cam. That was quite horrendous.
No, I missed that. But yeah, as I was saying, he's gone in intermediates. Has he? Yeah, he's gone in intermediates. So he's going to be one to look out for to see whether he can make any inroads and see whether intermediates are quiet. Are faster. I still haven't seen the disabled come out, but I do miss that.
It's not. But I think in the offseason, Cam needs to read the rule book, because last week he was weaving on straights at Monza, and this week he's cutting the whole damn pit entry.
Yeah, and Nano Bacon is also pitted and Jack has pitted as well for the Inters. So we've got 3 drivers on Inters in a minute. So it looks like it is getting towards that kind of stage of the race. But as I was saying, it could be one of those situations. It doesn't ever seem to rain hard enough for people to change onto the intermediates. And I like it. Just the soft runners are coming up toward it. Oh, and Ross has made a mistake there, so maybe it is time to change for the wet tyres. He's lost the place to Josh now.
Yeah, everyone's in.
Everyone's in, yeah. So it is intermediate time. Where will Cam K come out? Because he pitted first onto those inters. So let's see what he does.
TB stays out.
Yeah, terrible news for Throme as well. And Suarez gets a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. He's one of the championship contenders, so yeah, not good for him. And Jack's left the session. I'm not sure why. He's just lagged out.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Ross stayed out, but that may be because AMS was. I'm trying to remember now. AMS was in front of him on track, so maybe he pitted first. And the other's disabled now, so yeah, there it is. It's into his time.
Yep. So, 21 and a half laps to go. We are switching to the inters.
Jack is joining back again. Good to see. So Corbett still maintains the lead of the race. Well, I say not that he's in fourth place, but he will be getting a lead when top three pit.
And here they come.
Fine for him. He's gone to the pit lane now. He's going to be lapped, I think. Oh, I don't think that's. Where's throw him in a minute?
No, he's in sector 2. They're just coming up to the line now.
Oh no, I just sort of seen the pit on his extra his name there, but so yeah, he is in a whole world of trouble at a minute.
And there goes 3 gloves into second.
Well, that's interesting. Where does that put him?
He's one of the ones that are further behind, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's Cowboy is still in the prime position in it, but yes, only halfway. Well, not even halfway through the race yet.
Yep.
And what this river has done is created a little bit of a gap between all the drivers. Not really anymore. There's not really any battles on track anymore. I think the closest gap is between
second, third, and fourth.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah, I just got it on leader still. Yeah. Can tell I haven't commentated for a while. I'm still getting used to changing all these things in the spectator menu.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, I know you've only commentated a handful of times since the last game, but how do you like the track map they added in one of the newer patches?
Oh, I think it's obviously a great addition. I get a bit confused with it sometimes because, like, as you go around the track, it changes. The map track changes, if you know what I mean. That's a bit hard to get used to, but I think it's a great addition. I mean, I've been used to that on GT Sport, which is I always liked on GT Sport, but yeah, it was about time I did it, to be honest.
Ooh, Ross on the back of Josh here. Josh goes defensive. Ross to the outside of turn 4. And Josh will defend it for now. Switch back. Nope. Whoa. And Ross way off track.
Wide. Oh, Josh.
Really, Josh?
Almost ran him out of road. Well, I don't know. I think Ross had gone wide anyway, so, I mean...
Yeah, but he goes wide off the track and Josh gives him no spot to come back on the track?
Yeah. Maybe at 6-1 now, or something like that. But no harm done.
A lot of people in this division need to read the goddamn rule book in the offseason. They'll have plenty of time. There'll be about, I'd say, 2 months? Maybe more before we start racing again. The game comes out in 2 months, so...
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Sometimes the leagues wait about 2 or 3 weeks after the game comes out to start the league racing again, just to iron out any bugs that are in the game.
Yep.
Interesting to think that he's halfway through the race. I don't know how Nichols, a tyre expert, if he's still watching, how long his intermediates would go. Whether they had to pit again before the end of the race, or whether it is supposed to dry up, but we don't know when it's going to dry up.
The Inter should go the rest of the way. If they needed it, they could. I mean...
So on lap 18 now, it is literally halfway through the race.
Yeah, they should be able to make it. I could do a whole race at Monza, which is pretty bad, and finish without a puncture, so...
Yeah, so... halfway through the race, Fryman P13, 6 seconds behind Jack King in and he's not scoring any points in a minute. I don't know what's gone wrong with him. He must have had some bad luck during the race. But Corboy, he seems to be, like I said, seems to be doing quite well in sets 1 and 3, but losing a little bit of time in sector 2 because 3 gloves. I think he's caught about half a second there, I believe, on that lap.
Yep. And while you're talking about that, TB put a tire on a curb and went for a half spin, but he survived it. It's very slippery out
that's
there.
a little bit of a moment now. Three Gloves seems to be might be closing in a little actually on Callboy, and got down to 1.3 seconds now. So if I look at the championship standings,
Yes,
um,
he will be in the golden spot if he
he's
passes him.
yeah, he would win the title if he wins the race.
Yeah, pretty much with Froome back there, whoever wins the race will win the title. Pretty much.
Yeah. Froome as well. He's literally about 17, 20, he's about 25 seconds off a point scoring position as well. I mean, that is really the top two at the minute, and looking like one of those guys are going to be winning the title at the minute.
Yeah, and they're about to have a battle soon.
Yeah, less than a second now, and I mean, strategy is so important, but it does draw up to later on in the race, and also that penalties is going to be a factor as well. I think
Jack's
the
heading
yellow
off.
flag. So Froome has played that. Yeah, Froome
Frying
has
foam.
he's gone to P12. 51 seconds off the lead of the race. I didn't think it was that bad, but I just sit and looked at it. It's terrible. But anyway, about 16 laps to go now. Might not be so confident as he sees the Williams driver in his mirrors.
And when they pit, when it goes back dry, if they need the dry tires, because you know how this game is sometimes. Whoever remembers to Josh is out. VSC
Oh dear.
only.
Well, I don't know where he's been there.
I
Oh,
don't. Oh,
that's a very strange place to be. I'm not sure what's happened in there.
maybe he hit the curb coming out of that corner and just never saved it.
Yeah, possibly. I've not seen many people crash there before, but there you go. I mean, so we're down to 13 runners. That moves Froome up to P11.
In about 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, there he
The
is.
Electric Six car is finished already.
Yeah, he's
So,
off the track anyway. So
yeah. So, yeah. And this is the battle, not only for the lead of the race, but battle for the lead of the championship. It's all something to look forward to. I think we should be concentrate on this one. I don't know when it's going to stop drying up, but it doesn't look like it's going to. The sun's coming out any time soon. And as I said, it's a very short lap round there. So it's like 14 laps to go, but that can soon fly by.
yep. Because Jeff is probably telling them now, 10 minutes till rain is gone. Well, 10 minutes is at least 9 laps. So then you have to
Um,
decide if you really want the dries or you're going to take the interest to the end. That will be the call that wins the championship, I think.
yeah, we did know that, Connor. Wasn't I've lost my trail of thought there. Um, oh bugger. Never mind.
Yep, rewind. And Joe's holding him off still. Although the middle sector is still proving to be his one weak spot right now.
Yeah. I didn't actually mean that, Connor, to be honest. I was just messing.
Well, obviously, Connor, we know they only last 4 laps. Jeez. Well, he won't be close enough here, but Three Gloves may have a chance if he gets a good exit out of 1, 2, and 3 here to try something into 4. But it looks like Corboy's got the better exit here. And he'll hold it.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, still quite a long way to go in this race. So Three Gloves doesn't have to make a move for the league now. He can wait till like say 30 or something like that, and maybe start thinking about where he's going to line Corby up and where he's going to try and make the move to go and pass him. But still some time left in this race to weigh up the options. But again, it's supposed to be drying up to the end of the race, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Looking at the sky.
Yeah, and also, Corboy is known for being one of the drivers that gets the fewest amount of penalties. So Three Gloves will have to overtake him on track if he wants to win the championship.
Yeah,
you can't rely on that with Corboy.
I've not seen any penalties pop up for these two yet, so yeah, I don't want to. I know you want to see penalties before. Oh my god, that's very close.
Yes, it was.
I never want to see. I never want to see penalties before the end of the race. For me, it makes it a bit more exciting. But yeah, I haven't seen any of their names pop up at the bottom of the screen, and it's 3/10 now. The gap between the top two now.
Yeah, Three Gloves are blocking up almost every corner.
I don't know if anybody watched the virtual GP earlier, but as we saw it, a time when it was very crucial in that race. So I mean, that could be happening here. Who's got the fastest lap, by the way? Oh, it's Corboy. So I don't think that really makes much of a difference at the minute, if I'm going to be honest. Looks like they're coming up on a lap car. Oh, it's Rossi like that in a way.
So, if Three Gloves were to win and Corboy finished second on fastest lap, Three Gloves would win by 1 point.
Yeah. Couldn't really get much closer. One thing I would say, I was meant to say this earlier actually, when I first came into PSGL back in 2016, I did think the point scoring system was a little bit strange, but no matter what you think of it, it is created this unique situation where 6 people are fighting for the championship. Like, albeit only 2 really at the minute, at lap 26 of his race, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, 6 people had a chance before we went green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the point standings too, because if you get that one person that wins like 6 or 7 races, but then DNFs a lot, they're so far ahead with the real life point system because of the gaps.
Yeah.
When it's closer together, it forces you to be consistent. So
I suppose the real life point scoring system probably makes a bit more sense for those leagues that run full calendars, but for leagues that run only like 12, 13, 14 races a season, the point scoring system is ideal. Oh my god, Three Gloves, massive lock up there. Maybe got distracted by the ghost car of Python there.
Yeah, that is indeed what happens. He missed his braking point and had to slam on the brakes.
Yeah, I mean the ghosting car thing, it is good, but it is very off-putting sometimes. I mean, you come up to lap cars. Not that I often do that, but yeah, it's very distracting sometimes.
Well, so what should happen too is, people lag out. It happens. But after like 2 or 3 laps, the AI cars should just be off the damn track because obviously they're not there anymore.
Yeah. So less than 10 laps to go. I think it's going to be into to the end of the race. I don't think anyone's going to make any more pit stops. So I think this is it.
Well, it's not raining anymore.
Oh yeah, actually, it has just stopped now. Actually, yeah, I've just noticed that. But it depends how quickly the track dries up.
True.
The spray actually on the back of Corboy doesn't look that bad already, if I'm going to be honest. But so
I'll say lap 30.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking lap 29 in a minute.
Well, actually, if you ask F6, they might pit for sauce right now. Oh wait. Sorry, guys.
So, am I going to pit this lap? No. Jack in P12A is pitted for the soft tyres. I suppose he's got nothing to lose. I like to see Frame come in a pit. I mean, what more could possibly go wrong for him? He might as well pit.
Yeah. Suarez going through the grass there trying to pass Naddle Bacon. A pass in the grass. Oh, half spin. Ooh.
I mean, I've never been in a situation like this, but I just wonder the mentality of this of drivers of someone like Three Gloves who's had a minute in P2, can't win the championship from this position. You can only win the championship by winning the race. So does he do exactly the same what Corboy does and pit on the same lap as he does, or can he maybe might gamble and try and pit a lap earlier and see what happens? Who knows? I don't like to gamble, but you never know.
Think about this. If they pit on the same lap, Corboy stalls at the beginning of the pits and Three Gloves at the end of the pits. Three Gloves might hold up Corboy if he leaves before he gets down there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that would be never mind. I'm thinking the opposite way around. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I think what Three Gloves has to do is he has to stay in DRS range, which he fell out of just now, and pit the same lap, and then use the DRS to win the race.
Yeah. I mean, with 6 laps to go, well, sorry, 7 laps to go now. I mean, if Corboy pitted and if he stayed out, I mean, would you want to risk that? I don't know, and not pit for dry tyres. I don't know if that's worth a risk or not. Maybe they just drop off so dramatically, then it wouldn't be worth it. But yeah.
Well, you figure the pit stop be what, 25 seconds max, and
Yeah.
Corboy would probably be faster, like 5 or 6 seconds a lap, maybe more.
Or Bacon, Suarez, and Frome have all pitted now, so like I said, they've got nothing to lose. Really, they might as well go for it. I have not seen the DRS enabled thing pop up, so that's always a good sign when it is time to pit. Looks like no, both staying out. Another lap.
And Ross and Sandre are in.
Yeah, I think those guys on the soft tyres are so far behind now, they're not really giving any impact on the result of this race. But it looks quite dry out there. I mean, the spray is coming out of the back of Corboy is obviously like non-existent, and they're coming up behind. I can't quite see what that car is. Is that?
Gotta be Jack. Oh, it's Frome.
Oh my good god!
Championship over for Frome.
Well,
Did Frome just spin? Oh no.
I don't know. I didn't see that, but what more can go wrong for that guy? He was leading the championship by 5 points, and he ended up getting lapped. I mean, it is awful. You at least want to be fighting for the title in the last race, and being the top, in a chance to fight. Oh, Charles retired. Might they be at a safety car? No, it's about to safety car.
I was gonna say, and then Frome will get the kick in the balls that the safety car will come out after he's lapped.
Yeah,
but he is 10th.
Yeah, he's scoring a point. It's not going to be enough.
Cam gets pretty much a free pit stop there.
Yeah, absolutely. He's
DRS enabled.
Oh yeah, so I mean, what do these guys do? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't want to call it, to be honest. I'm not sure what I do. I think if it was me, I'd probably pit for the dry tyres, but
I think they have to.
I don't, yeah.
And Cam will come out in the lead, I believe, because he pit under the VSC.
Well, that could be interesting, actually. Yeah, that's
And then he'll let Corboy by and then block for his life, like a
well,
good
yeah,
little lapdog.
probably. But I mean, I mean, it's not like real life F1 where you get team rules from the pit wall to say what you got to do. They're both pitting. You don't know how much friends they are.
Oh, it's Ferrari. It don't matter if they know each other. It's going to be team orders. All right, I'll go on board with Cam and see where he comes out. He's at the pit entry now.
Edward, I did just say yeah, I'll pit. So yeah. Cam K, where's he going to come out to? I can't quite see him on track. Oh, he's gone for the lead. Yeah, I just seen him go past.
Yep. Yep, and now he'll let his teammate by and then park it, just like a good Ferrari second driver. It's what they do best in Ferrari.
Oh, someone's lost a bit of wind coming out of the pit lane there. I think that must have been AMS. I just saw a little bit of carbon fibre fire off in the background there.
It's not AMS.
Maybe Free Gloves. Maybe lost. I can't quite see. Maybe lost a little bit of wing hitting the barrier on the inside there.
Three Gloves lost the right side of his wing, or not right side, but
dear.
the plates.
And that was bad pit stop. It was less than a second. Now he's 2 seconds behind now. I think Corby is going to win this. If I'm going to be honest.
Gave me hell on that. That's just the Williams luck. Whatever could go wrong will go wrong.
So 4 laps to go. And again, I'm not seeing any penalties that come up for any of these guys. So yeah, I think it's going to be a fight for the finish. I'm actually saying that well, it doesn't matter. Corbo's ahead of Free Gloves anyway, so
yeah, Corboy's still winning the championship right now.
Yeah.
One thing I do gotta check: Corboy would get 12, well, 13, because he does have fastest lap, right? Currently.
Yeah.
74. Yeah, Froome would need to be 4th, if. Yeah, so. And then TB is not high enough either. So yeah. Definitely Corboy right now. AMS all over Three Gloves.
Yeah, that's strange that he loses a bit of wind coming out of the pit lane there. Maybe the pressure's getting to him. Small mistakes like that could cost you the race and ultimately the F4 title. And he's under big pressure now from AMS. It looks like AMS is going to go for a move on the inside there, and yeah, looked pretty easy if I'm going to be honest.
Yep.
Big Gloves didn't seem to fight back too hard if I'm going to be honest, so yeah. AMS in will be getting second podium of the week.
And three in a row, because last Sunday he won the race. So.
I didn't see that. No, that's why I meant second podium in a week. So he got the
yeah.
He obviously won the race last week, didn't he?
Yep. What could have been for Three Gloves? Also, another key thing for Three Gloves this season, at France, he buried Lordy in turn 1 of the last lap, and then decided to retire on his own instead of accepting the penalty in that race. And it carried over to the next race, and he finished outside the points again. So he went 2 races with no points. So
yeah. On the penultimate lap of this race now, and yeah, Corbo's got a 2-second gap in even to AMS, so it's another 1.5 seconds to Free Gloves. So I mean, even if Corbo picked up a penalty on the last lap, Free Gloves still wouldn't be close enough to capitalise on that. So it looks like
there's Froome right on cue.
Yeah, looks like Corbo's got this in the bag. If he can just keep it on the track on that lap and a half.
Well, even if three gloves pass Corboy on penalties, Corboy still wins the championship on countback because they would
Oh yeah,
tie, and he has 2 wins. He's Corboy's actually the only driver with 2 wins this season. We've had 8 different winners, and if Cam wins, there'll be 9 different winners.
yeah. That's reminds me of the. I'll try to think now. I think it was 2012 season. Yeah, it was the 2012 season where the first 7 races had 7 different winners. Yeah, that's quite a bit. I had that some situation in the league I raced in last season, and yeah, it's good as a good mix in the league rather than one person just dominating it all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
F4 has always been like that. Other than that, one season Aaron came in and like slapped up the field.
yeah.
But since then, there's been times where people with no wins were leading the points with a couple races left, and then they finally won the race. So,
Hmm.
but
So
Cam,
half of that now to go now for the last race of the season and the last race of
the game.
the 2019 game for a lot of these pit drivers. Obviously, some people will presumably go into the race champion. Spell words out. The race of champions race, if it is one, I assume it is one.
I don't think so because they're actually going right into FE next week. So I haven't talked to Connor about Race of Champions or anything, so I don't know anything
Oh,
about
right,
it.
okay, interesting. But anyway, come up to the line now, and Kanke will win the race,
I believe it's
and
his first.
Corby comes second, but wins the championship. That's a great race from him. He
Wow, three gloves and Ross crossed the line side by side.
yeah, Corby played the strategy perfectly there. He pitted at the right way. He started on the right tyre. That's the one thing he did. And it's just for I just noticed it as Fry 1-2 as well. Shame it wasn't last week. But yeah, he just played his strategy right, pitted at the right times.
TB.
Yeah, played his strategy at the right times, and yeah, he controlled the last part of that race. So congratulations to him.
All right. And From is he out of fuel or is he just no? He's slowing down on purpose.
I think you need to get him in interviews and see what happened to him. Like, it seems that anything that could have gone wrong for him went wrong.
Well, he is coming to the interviews since I interviewed Admin to end the season. So,
Oh, right, okay.
and you be
Well,
nice, JP. Don't rub it in.
no, I'm done for peace, so I'll let you
All right.
carry on. But thanks for having me, and yeah, it was a bit. I only did it for 2 races, but it was 2 very enjoyable races to commentate on.
Yeah, F4 is fun to watch.
Yeah, right. I'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you. So we'll get Coreboy and Froman Suarez in here. Oh, come on. Could have sworn I had him on my friends list. There he is. If these menus would load up a little faster, it would be nice. All right, give them a chance to come in. Make sure your voice is allowed to be shared.
I think so. I don't know. Yeah, it is.
All right, so we will start to introduce. I'm sure Fromm will join eventually. He's got to take some time to process what happened. But we have Mr. Coreboy, or Corey Boy, according to the standings.
No.
I'm just teasing. Finishes second, but possibly will get the win because I caught it on stream that your teammate decided to totally cut the pit entry to pit when he pit the first time for enters, so that might be a penalty. So you might actually get the win as well as the championship. So how's it feel to be the F4 champion?
Well, it was. I didn't think I'd be in this situation, to be honest, because I didn't. First two races, I didn't score any points, and then the rest on it was fairly consistent. Otherwise, other than that incident with Rome in Austria, but other than that, it was been consistent. And Italy, I didn't show up because my PlayStation died. But other than that, it was just a good season, consistent season.
With a probable penalty pending, that's a mouthful, you're actually the only driver to win more than one race this season as well. Because it would be your third if Cam gets a penalty for that pit. But out of 10 races, 9 different winners, and you're the only one to win 2, so you should be proud of that.
Yeah, well, I didn't think I'd win that. Like, I didn't think, like, my aim wasn't to win the F4 title. It was just to be there.
Yeah. Well, see, when you have expectations that aren't too high, it's even more rewarding when you get to the top. So you should be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
It was a very good season. How do you feel for the new game coming out? Is there anything you're gonna do different, like take more assist off if you're not already on no assist, or?
I might try no ABS, but I don't know. It could be hard. I'd say.
Yeah.
I'm already on no traction, so hopefully I'll try some more.
All right. Well, congratulations on the title, and hopefully we'll see you next season.
Hopefully.
All right. So we'll move on to Mr. Suarez, one of the new F4 admins. Would you like to say some words to close out the season for the division, sir?
Well, we have had our ups and downs, as a division. It has been quite a messy season. Maybe not the cleanest division. In the end, we were able, to keep the incidents low and to not have that many incidents. But I'm pretty proud of the work we've done as admins. I think it has been a memorable season for F4. There has been plenty of action, many people fighting for the title in the last race. But yeah, I think overall it has been great, and I've enjoyed my first experience as an admin in PSGL. And I have to thank also Flying From for all the help and all the tips given, as he has been massively helpful, and he has taught us through his experience, So yeah, it has been great.
You're welcome.
thank you for stepping up and all the work you've done for F4 as admin, and for keeping me on as commentator, since you have the power to fire me. Please don't.
Oh, I didn't know that. I will have to look at it now. Just joking, of course.
Yeah, but it didn't end how you wanted it to, but you had a hell of a season this season as well. A lot of people didn't think you deserved to be in F4 after all the DNFs in F5, and you came out this season and you were consistent, and I believe you won a race, right? No?
No.
Oh, wait, you got robbed twice. That's right.
Yes. Thank you very much for reminding, but yeah.
But 3
tell
second
me.
places, though, so it's consistency.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I didn't expect to be that high. Like seeing my seasons in this game, I was not like. I have to admit that I cried a lot. I mean, not cried, really cried. Like I cried, I begged to be in F4 because I thought that I really had the pace. If I had the consistency, I could really be up there. And I don't know if that affected in getting selected for F4, but in the end, I got the chance. Then I saw that the guys were in F4, and I thought, I don't have any chances, to actually be up there. And as the season went on, we had interesting battles. Then everyone was having issues with the consistency. There were some people DNFing, then others that maybe they didn't get as many points. And to be honest, it has been quite a season. I mean, I will remember it because in the end, after all that bad luck that I had in the previous season and all my bad driving that I had, this season was like a gift, being able to fight with the top guys has been a privilege, and yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so it's been fun to watch, and I'll admit I was one of the people that didn't think you were ready for F4, but you've proven me wrong as well as everybody else, and it's good to see you doing well, and hopefully we'll see you at the top of the table next season in F4, maybe by the end of the next game promoted to a higher division as well. So congratulations on a great season and good job as admin.
Thank you very much, Matt.
No problem. And we'll head over to From, who started the season as the F4 admin, then kind of took a half a step down and mentored 2 new admins to enter our admin society, if you want to call it that. How do you feel the season went from the admin's perspective?
Well, first off, congratulations to Callboy. I think he probably deserved the title, and I know there were a lot of people going for it, but I think he's been consistently fastest anyway in F4 this season, so well done. Or Corey Boy, should I say.
No,
Yeah,
it's sad now.
But yeah, well done, man.
Thanks.
And yeah, thanks again to you, Matt, for all commentary, and JP for showing up for the last couple of races. And yeah, I think Suarez and Cam have done a really good job. They've kind of got thrown in deep end, really, especially when, middle of this season it was pretty bad in F4, a lot of stewards incidents, but they've done really well. But yeah, I don't think it's been quite as bad as everyone thinks F4. Everybody seems to get on pretty well in the chat and stuff. It's just a lot of clumsiness, really, more than anything. It's not like there's a lot of dirty drivers, just sort of a bit over eager, a bit over aggressive. But other than that, it's been all right, really. And I think last couple of races have shown that people can drive pretty well in F4 when they put their mind to it. So yeah, on a whole, I've had fun. It's been another good season.
So, what are your thoughts as we head to the next game?
My god, I can't wait! I never want to play this game again. They're just so bad on it. It's just awful. I've just lost so much pace. So hopefully it's back to something like I was before on the new game, but we'll have to see. But yeah, fingers crossed. Or I'll be in F5/F6.
Oh, so you'll be in F5 with no commentator since Stim was a no-show again tonight.
You never ever trust Stim to do anything for longer than a month.
I said that when they made him commentator at the beginning. I'm like, he's not going to make it the whole season.
Yeah, pretty useless.
But you mentioned you never want to play this game again, but in just 1 week, we'll be starting up the Formula Experience.
For that? Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's a bit more casual. It's just a bit of a laugh, so You
Yeah.
know, it'd just be fun. I just want to take out a run, basically. It's the only reason I'm showing up.
Well, you do have a good teammate for that. How do you feel your chances are for winning that teammate championship there?
Not very well. Although he's going to be in a Williams, I suppose, little Ash, so you never know. He might go easy on me.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have to head to bed, so we'll wrap this up. This has been PSGL F4 for season 25 on probably the worst game of the last few games to come out, F1 2019. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for F2, their championship decider between Alfie and Black Phoenix. Teammates fighting each other for the championship. Should be an exciting watch. F1 title has already been decided, but they are fighting for the constructors tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Both on the PSGL channel as usual. But as for Demon and the rest of F4, that is it for us. We will see you on the new game. Take care and stay safe.